Hello everyone who is interested in games and game development. Today I want to tell you about the game Element Space. It is the debut game of the Argentinian studio Fixed-Vowel. It is role-playing and turn-based strategy. So let's kick off. The action of Element Space takes place in a relatively distant future, after 200 years from today, when humanity has actively settled around the galaxy. Planets and colonies belong to different factions that you may get to know. There is a Slavic Union, which relies on the extraction of resources and a disciplined workforce, and the European Bureaucratic Directorate, a clear equivalent of the European Union, and there are 7 factions in the game. Naturally, at some point, everything became very hot between them, and the Galactic War began. 3 years after the completion, the 3 superpowers decided to arrange the Intergalactic Congress and the first post-war summit on board the retired cruiser Inspiration. We are in the role of Captain Christopher Puetama. We must observe the landing of the ship on the planet Armistice. But here a mysterious and obviously bad force interferes, and as a result, the captain with several colleagues is forced to flee from the cruiser. It turns out that behind all this is the organization Storm, which clearly wants to destabilize the situation in the galaxy, or even completely destroy humanity. And our captain will have to wage a partisan war, carrying out missions on different planets and disrupting the plans of the Storm. And this should be done before the Congress, and each failed story mission brings the Hour X, when the plans of the Storm won't be stopped and the story will come to a game over. In general, here we have an obvious analog of the Avatar project from XCOM 2. The analogs with XCOM almost end here. In Element Space there is no strategy on the global map at all. You don't need to fly somewhere, launch interceptors and satellites, rebuild the base, hire scientists, and so on. Our spaceship, we choose the next mission, distribute the available points along the skill line of Captain Christopher Puetama, choose the squad composition and equipment. And sometimes we communicate with someone from teammates and crew member. And the mission themselves, as you already guessed, go step by step without any options. But turn-based battles in any case are tense. The tactical mechanics itself is not very clever here. There is an Overwatch, the ability to take cover and use skills. In this case there are no aiming and shooting at different parts of the body. The percentage of the probability of hitting is not displayed at all, so it is not clear when a fighter is especially at risk of missing. But first, all shelters are destroyed after 3 or 4 direct hits. Secondly, on the side of the enemies there is always a noticeable numerical advantage. They also receive reinforcements, and the shields are activated and flamethrowers are fired through the shelters. And we have at the same time only 3 fighters with a pair of first aid kits, which often also limit the number of moves for the successful completion of the mission. In such a situation, tensions are really high, forcing to act as smart as possible, carefully using the unique skills of each teammate and even combining them. One, for example, attracts the enemy hidden behind cover with a hook, the other removes its protective barrier, and the third sends a kinetic wave the enemy into the hell. It is a pity that the main disadvantage of the Element Space, technical imperfection. The game is poorly optimized and it clothes often on the most interesting parts of the fights. Element Space of course lacks not only technical excellence. A more comprehensive plot campaign will be helpful, and a set of combat missions more interesting, and a speculative moral choice, more sophisticated tactical and strategic mechanics. But even in the current form, especially considering that this is a debut of the unknown Argentinian studio, thanks to an interesting concept, nice dialogues and intense battles, Element Space definitely deserves the attention of fans of role-playing and turn-based battles. So, if you like the video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't forget to share this video in your social networks. The following episode of Game Reviews will be on YouTube channel on Saturday. Don't miss it, guys. Cheers!